how to fill a raised garden bed with soil. If you build a raised garden bed like this one here and you go to your local store to buy soil to fill it up and start planting, having your little garden, you're gonna spend hundreds of dollars just to buy enough soil to fill a, what is this, 5 by 1 or 5 by 2? Yeah, hundreds of dollars. Does not seem good just to fill a small raised garden bed. So let me tell you today how to fill up your raised garden bed with soil for free. Welcome to self-sufficient urban gardening. Alright, we're here at this site in Los Angeles where they have this free mulch, and this is what I use for my backyard. So I fill my raised garden bed with this mulch. Of course, there's not a lot of nutrients in this soil it's not really soil, but I use it as soil because it's free to, fill out your entire raised garden bed instead of buying those expensive from Home Depot or other stores. So come take a look and how this looks. It's very thin, so it's like wood chips that were chipped very, very, very thin. It's not really soil, but if you leave it in your raised garden bed wet for a while, then it really becomes a nice soil. Of course, you need to put some compost, which is what I do all the time. So I came here with these buckets, fill them up, take them home, and fill your raised garden beds for free. So all that mulch that we got from that site that LA provides for free is here. We covered this area here, this little raised garden bed, you can say, in front of our house. We covered it with that mulch, and now we're gonna put some plants here, some nice flowers, or even grow some veggies. So let me show you what I did over here. I didn't do anything besides putting that mulch here, and then I just threw in some seeds of, I think it was cantaloupe and butternut squash that we had. I just threw the seeds here and you can see lots of them sprouted. As long as you water it, butternut squash and pumpkin and all these types of squashes, they will grow really easy. And you can see, as I said, this mulch here doesn't really have much nutrients, but even then, all these little seedlings grew just with the seeds that I threw here. So pretty easy. This other raised garden bed that I have up here where I'm growing sweet potatoes. I did have beets here last year. You probably remember from another video in the spring. But here what I did was I used that mulch from that LA site with the soil that I already had here, which is clay. So as you can see here, now I have this mixture of clay and that soil. So it helps the clay because the clay has such small particles that it's really, really heavy and it sticks together, and it's hard, for example, for the beets or the carrots to be able to go through and grow underneath. But once you have some of that mulch mixed up and then you compost inside, with time things got much better. So you can see here very dark soil that holds moisture pretty well, and we can plant anything here. So I'm growing sweet potatoes up here with this mix of clay and mulch, and the sweet potatoes grow pretty well. Last year I grew regular potatoes, and yeah, we had a ton of potatoes. So there are many different things you can do with this mulch, and not only create a new raised garden bed and compost in there like I have done in other places, but you can also mix it with your soil to improve it slowly with time. So all that mulch that you saw me getting down there and putting in my front yard, I also put here in my backyard. So let me show you how it would look, or it does look, after a while. So I've had this mulch here for much longer, probably a year or so, and I've composted in this raised garden bed a few times. So let me show you how that mulch looks after some time. So first of all, look at that. I have these guys here helping me out, and I have worms everywhere, but look at this soil here. Looks like, you know, very nice black, dark black soil. It holds together. I have good moisture here, and this just looks fantastic. So if you keep composting, look at that, I have a worm here. If you keep composting, your soil is definitely going to improve, even if you start out with something like the free LA mulch that is given to anyone. You can just get as much as you'd like. After a while, it does improve. So yeah, that's what I use for my backyard, my raised garden beds, and basically anywhere here in my garden and my front yard. So let me know in the comments below if you also use free mulch. What type of mulch do you use? If you put wood chips on top to cover your garden beds to protect the moisture from evaporating, subscribe to the channel and enjoy your garden.